ella es calladita.
Back to my channel. This is a little, while I was editing the video, I forgot I didn't have an intro, and this video is going to be a little bit different. I am going to be straight faced, not going to be talking as much, but I just want y'all to enjoy the details so y'all can try this at home. So do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn on the post notifications and comment down below that you turn on these post notifications so I can give you a post notification shout out. We are picking 2 winners at the end of every video, so I hope y'all enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. Bye guys. Surprise! I'm here. Who wants a boring dry video with no sound? So I was like, let me give them a voiceover. Surprise! Okay, so I am taking my boyfriend's gel, and you can use glue, but I'm using gel because I don't expect to keep this on that long. So I'm brushing up, and then I'm going to set it with the powder. But before you do brushing up, go back and forth, go crazy. Just brush the gel really into your eyebrows so it really gets into there. Then brush up and flatten it with your finger, and then set it with powder to lock it in. Now I'm taking my Huda Beauty concealer and going over that, and I'm also going to set it again. Keep in mind, this is my first time doing drag queen eyeshadow and eyebrows, and I'm really excited and happy about the results. Now it unlocked a new Nicole. Get ready for more drag looks. But yes, now I'm going to take this ColourPop foundation in the shade Fair 20. This is too pale for me. I never use it. So I mixed it with my Jelly Wings Cosmetics loose powder in the shade Dhalia, which is Dhalia. And to be honest, it came out great. Ebola. Shit. Okay. So I poured out a little bit more than expected. That wasn't planned, but I was like, fuck it. I already poured all of it in. I'm just going to pour the rest. So when I put this on my face, let me tell you, this was the perfect, idea because it has such a foundation consistency that, you know, when you contour, your foundation don't move. Excuse me. Oh, my God. Excuse everything. So when I was contouring, it didn't move. It stayed. It was great. So if you got any loose powders and you want to do some creative looks, mix it with the foundation. I promise you it will come out good. But if the color doesn't show up that much when you're mixing it, put your finger in the foundation and put it on your hand. That's when you're really going to see if the color's in there, because you might not see it that much, but remember, just a little bit of foundation goes a long way. So I didn't know it was this green until I swatched it on my hand, and I was like, okay, it's good to go. When you're also putting this foundation on your eyebrows, make sure to brush it up, because when you brush it up, it's going to stay. But if you brush it sideways, here, there, you're going to move your brow hairs from where you set them. So you don't want that. So brush your foundation upwards when you're going over your brows. Anywhere else, it doesn't matter, but your brows go up. I was really scared for this shade. The way it came out, I look like a boiled egg, but when you know how you put foundation on, you just look like a boiled egg, right? And then you contour, then you look like a contoured boiled egg. Well, that's what happened here. It's trust the process, because I look like a contoured Grinch egg at the end of this. Yes, ma'am. There was a lot of times where I was scared when I was doing this look, but it's like one of those things that you just really have to trust and keep going, because this is also my first time, like I said, doing this type of makeup, and I'm really, really proud of myself for how far I came. And now that I know what kind of skills I have, I'll be posting more badass content, so keep that in mind. There's the ice cream truck in the back. I hope y'all can't hear that, but if y'all can, excuse it. I'm taking this eyeliner. This is the Banxeer eyeliner. So Banxeer. You can look this up on Instagram. They have an Instagram page. So this eyebrow, I went in first with strokes creating the brow line, and then I switched and I just drew my line of where I wanted the eyebrow to be, which is the preferred way for me. So on my next brow, I drew the line first, then I went with the strokes, which came out so much better. So when you're drawing the strokes, draw the whole eyebrow, go through the whole eyebrow with forward strokes, and then go through the whole eyebrow with the opposite direction of the way you went in with the first strokes. Because your eyebrow, the Grinch's eyebrows hair are crazy, like they're untamed, so they're not like really pretty. So go in first with strokes going one direction, and then when you go in with the whole eyebrow again, go the opposite direction. So I fast forwarded through these because I'm making weird faces. You will see in my Instagram video. If you do not follow me on Instagram, makeup by Nicole __2. So I am laying out a flat yellow greenish base using my Neon Huda Beauty palette. And the reason, this is my first layer. And then I'm going to go in with a second layer. And then I'm going to go in with my third layer. This is my third layer. I am looking really funny at the camera. Do not judge me. So I'm laying this layer out to make a different base than my green face. So that's why I started with this layer. Now I'm taking my A1 Aesthetics palette and I'm going in with the shade Grande. And I'm really adding depth into my eye. Yes, ma'am. And this is a perfect light green shade, but still dark enough. And it's not too dark because because when you're doing an eyeshadow, you do the light shade and then you do another dark shade and then you add the darkest shade. There we go. So now I'm going in with the dark shade, I believe, right? This is the Through My Eyes palette using the ColourPop. The ColourPop Through My Eyes palette in the shade Moody. Oh my God, what is this? I am using the ColourPop Through My Eyes palette. And I'm taking the shade Moody and I'm applying this into my crease. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sis. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. This is the worst voiceover. But I'm trying. It's better than no voices at all. So listen to me. Yes. The shade was actually really perfect. It was the perfect dark green. And look how different it made the whole eye. Like, it was just totally worth going in with it. So now I'm taking my concealer from Huda Beauty in the shade Marshmallow and just, cutting my crease. And I am doing it bigger because obviously my eyelid space is 2 times bigger and I'm going in, where my concealer is going is where my brow is. So, yes, ma'am. That's what I'm doing here. Now I'm taking my eyeliner, and to be honest, for my first liner, this one came out so nice. I looked up a lot of pictures for feline drag eyeliner. Feline drag eyeliner. And I couldn't find it, so I just went with my own eye shape. And I just, yes, look at that. Crisp and clean. Now I'm going to fill it in. I usually outline first and fill it in. Now I'm taking my Sasha Beauty lashes, and these lashes, baby girl, they are so long. I needed the perfect time to wear these, so I never took them out, and this was the perfect time for them to shine. When I did apply these lashes, I made sure the inner corner was pressed in the inner corner of my eye, and the tail, I lifted it up to match I lifted it up to my liner, basically. I didn't put it on my lash line. I lifted the tail of my lash up so I could have that nice flared effect to match with my liner. I use a lot of tips and tricks from all these drag queen tutorials I've watched over the years. As you can see, I'm pushing it down and then I'm pushing it up. So I'm holding one end down and then the other one up. I'm going in with that A1 Aesthetics green and I'm contouring with that because I didn't go in with the ColourPop one because it's better to go in with a lighter shade and build up than to go in with a dark shade and regret it. So that's why I did that. Another thing is with my eyeshadow, the reason why I kept it white is because my whole face is green. And if I was to go in with a green glitter or something else, it wouldn't stand out as much as it does with white. If you want to do this look, you can go in with green if you preferred. What I'm doing here is going in with my second layer of contour. Since I already have the shadow that I want, I am going in and just darkening it up. Because you got dramatic eyes, baby girl. You gotta have dramatic contour. Another layer. And the brush was wet and I was so mad. I thought I was going to ruin my whole look, but it didn't. So just keep adding until it's your desired shade. Obviously, I'm taking this down my chin area. My collarbone? No, that's not my collarbone. Wow, Nick. I'm dead. Nicole's dead. Career ended. Okay, now I'm contouring my nose because it's lost in the green and it needs definition as well. I was really shook with how it came out. I'm taking this color and I'm really applying, this is where I'm applying it into my hairline and like doing all the finishing touches to where it needs to be because it doesn't look complete. This is where I'm adding my nose. When I did my nose, after I colored it in all black with the eyeliner, I went in with the A1 Aesthetics green eyeshadow and I applied it as like a highlight color and it did change the tone of my nose. It made it kind of green black, which was a good touch. Or you can take any like glitter green shimmer that you have, but I would prefer like the matte finish of how the eyeshadow makes the black eyeliner look, because when you put any eyeshadow on eyeliner, it obviously has like a shiny shimmer effect. Not a shiny shimmer, like a reflective effect. Now I'm taking a shadow down the middle of my lip, my cupid's, and connecting it to my cupid thingy on my lip. I could use eyeliner, but I'm playing with shadows and I think it looks prettier with shadow. So I'm just taking the dark shadow. So I went in first with the A1 Aesthetics green and then I did a precise line with the ColourPop Cosmetics green. Now I'm adding my little, I guess, whiskers, because, you know, if I was a real cat, there would be hair coming out of those little dots. This one, I was really confused on doing them. Whenever I do this Grinch look again, like, because I want to redeem myself. I mean, this was great, but I want to be even greater. I was really confused when I was putting these because I didn't think it looked well, but when I was taking pictures and stuff, it looked pretty good, but yeah. That's why I cut the scene, because I didn't like the way it looked. So my mom called me while I was in the middle of a voiceover, because this is my third voiceover, and I was 15 minutes in, and she was like, well, why did you answer me then? And I was like, well, because you've already cut, so I might as well make it worth you, like, cutting my video. And she was like, oh, okay. It's like, wow. And then she didn't know what a voiceover was, so I had to explain to her. Now I'm adding the little lines on my nose, and here's where I'm chiseling I want to do this better. I do like the way it came out, but I was looking at an image of a girl who did this, but she had went over all her lines with eyeliner. So when it came down to it, I already did all of this. I went over my lines with eyeliner, and I went to go look at her picture. I was like, okay, it's time to do eyeliner. And I looked at her picture, and I was like, wait, no, it looks too harsh. You can tell where the eyeliner is different from the shadow. And I still put it on, and I regretted it. But I took my A1 Aesthetics pomade, and I layered it on top of the liner, and I blended it out with the A1 Aesthetics green shadow, and I saved my own ass because look at this. Disgraceful. You can see where it's different from the shadow. And when I looked at her picture before I grabbed the liner, I said it in my head that it doesn't look right, and I still did it to my face. But luckily, I saved my own ass, and I went with the A1 Aesthetics pomade. And since it's like, I took the dark shade 1, and I put it over, and I blended it. Look how it looks so much better. I'm so glad I saved my ass because it looks so bad. I went over also with the green A1 Aesthetics powder, of course, so it didn't look too brown. And I'm highlighting my brow bone because what's a full glam look without highlight on the brow bone, right, sis? This is the ColourPop Maleficent Mistress of All Evil highlighter. Yes, ma'am.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Yeah, you're mean. Yeah, you're mean. La 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 la, Mr. Grinch.
So I already picked one earlier. I need to pick